storytellers that are maybe a little bit more autumn and harvest, but there's so many that you can just leave out for all year round. Okay, pumpkins we know we love for harvest season, but what about pine cones? These are Mercury glass pine cones on pedestals. The sophistication in harvest, truly warm, gorgeous winter woodland vibes, fall woodland vibes, and you're getting one large and one small. They are on these pedestals in that Mercury glass. There are glittered accents in any choice you go with. This right here is going to be your chocolate. It's a beautiful chocolatey bronze option. We have it for you in the gold, which is up top here. And we have it in the silver, and with that silver, do you see what I mean about how this almost looks like it has snowdrops on it? So this could be perfect to keep out if you love the winter woodland vibe, which my Christmas design is all the winter woodland. I have all little Christmas wooden animals on my tree and that sort of thing. So these are perfect for now into the winter season as well. Kathy, when my grandfather was still alive and I was a kid, we would go and we would collect little mini pine cones down by his house. There was this big pine tree and he would drop these little baby mini pine cones and we would collect them. So every time I see pine cones, I think of my Gramps and we're sending love to him. But it's such a wonderful way to celebrate harvest in a little bit of a different motif instead of pumpkins.
Thank you so much for sharing that story. It reminded me of when I used to collect pine cones with my kids when they were little.
Oh.
So yeah, pine cones probably hold a special place for a lot of us, even if you don't realize it until you remind us of that beautiful story. But I want to also point out that these are Mercury glass, so they have that cool texture, that speckling that Mercury glass has. But Valerie made sure to put a hole in the center. So if you do want to add your micro lights in here, you have room to just fish them up through the center.
Oh,
and then you'll just have to hide your Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you'll just have to hide your battery pack somewhere in your home decor. But Valerie's idea with this was that these were going to be able to stay up for harvest, through holiday, and through winter, because pine cones are really a look that goes all the way through the winter time.
Right.
And then each of the quote unquote petals has a sugary, just kind of like a nice little glitter done at the edge of each of the petals. So you have that shine. When you put these next to your candles, your Mercury glass candles, your pillars that you have that are illuminated, these are going to pick up on the light from whatever's around it.
Yes, I'm going to bring one over when we are presenting the hurricanes, because I'll bring one over so I'll show that beautiful sparkle as you kind of place them and nestle them in. But this is your chocolate, which has a little bit of a bronzy, but definitely is that chocolatey brown. And then on the gold, you're getting, again, that wonderful glitter just on sort of the petals, as Kathy was calling them here. And then that silver, which, Kathy, I think that silver, to me, looks the most like it really is kind of caught in the snowdrift. It's so beautiful.
I agree. The white glitter really makes it look like snow. I think that one definitely has more of a Christmas holiday vibe to it. But, you know, pine cones are actually a symbol of eternal life. They're a symbol of resurrection. They're a symbol of enlightenment. So I love that they make you think of your grandfather, because, you know, that gives him eternal life because he's still in your thoughts and still in your heart. So maybe some of us didn't realize that pine cones actually have a deep meaning, but they do. So these are beautiful.
I didn't know that, Kathy. Thank you for telling me that, because that really adds additional meaning, to collecting pine cones with Gramps, for sure.
Yeah. I think you'll have ease in decorating with these, but then it'll have a nice meaning for you also. So I want you to layer these in down the center of the dining room table while you're creating that harvest look for your dining room, whether you're hosting Thanksgiving or not. A lot of us change out the center of the dining room table for a harvest look.
Right.
So a couple of these with a couple of pillars, going to be beautiful. You can tuck these into your bookcases. You can tuck them in like on the sofa table if you're playing with heights of different candles, different Mercury glass. Like if you have a Mercury glass collection.
Yep.
Like I think a lot of us Val pals
of
just like have a Mercury glass collection. Match your favorite Mercury glass color, or go ahead and just know that anytime you play with Mercury glass, it's always going to match. So you can really go with whatever color suits you.
Yeah, and I love that you're looking at under $35 for both of them, this large and this medium. And if you go out and you shop around for Mercury glass, you are going to really see a price difference between what we can bring you here at QVC through Valerie and what you'll get in other places, especially when the Mercury glass is done in this wonderful quality with that glitter design on the pedestal. And you're looking at a gorgeous easy pay of $11.66 to bring them home. Your large is going to be 9 3/4 of an inch in height, about a 6-inch diameter. Your small is a 5-inch diameter, and it is 8 1/4 inches high. So I would call them large and medium because they're not too different in their height. This is your chocolate, your gold, and your silver. Silver, very popular. Most limited, however, only 200 remain. So please check out of your cart. Call right now, 800-500-7590. That's your dedicated QVC2 line. Right now, we've got some popular programming happening over at